Well, let's get back to town. I could just actually. Trying to think. Should I do a training grounds thing, or should I continue that main quest? I say that as I'm just going straight to the training grounds.
We finally made it.
I'm just curious, you know? Welcome to the training grounds, the pride of Vincent. If you're looking for a place to take your training to the next level, come to the right place. We embrace anybody who walks through our doors. As long as you want to improve yourself, you'll always have a place to train here. I can already tell, just from looking at you all, that you don't want to simply improve either. You want to be the best at what you do, like Wolverine, am I right? Step right up and throw down the gauntlet. We'll be more than happy to put you through your paces. Let's check out a solo battle. To clear it. Oh, I'm 5 minutes too low. 5 levels too low. Wait, what is alpha training? Alpha training. I am the right level for this one, so I'll check it out. All training begins at step 1. Those who are brave enough to take it will find greater heights awaiting them. Now, let's get you on the path to training.
Right, here goes. Now you'll learn.
It says I can only hurt him by downing him, so I gotta down him first.
Swallow blade. I won't show you any mercy. You got spirit. Here I come. Die. Here I come. Swallow blade. You're mine. You're mine. Sword Rain Alpha. Damn it, Bennett. Take this.
He's calling me an embedded.
Sword Rain Alpha. Swallow blade. You're mine.
I am doing damage to him even though he's not down.
Sword Rain Alpha. It's on. Burn. Sword Rain Alpha. Slash.
But I'm not building up anything towards my meter.
I'll take you all on.
Oh!
You're loaded. Sword Rain Alpha. Take this. Win. Fall back. Take this. Blow him down. You're mine. Stardust. Fall back. Fire in the hole.
Oh, he's got a flamethrower.
Win. Take this. It's on. Not today. Defenses are down. Sword Rain
Okay.
Alpha. Strike. You're finished.
So I had to down them first to start doing initial real damage. I got it.
Fall back. Sword Rain Alpha. Slash. Sword Rain Alpha. It's on. You picked the wrong fight. Damn it. Slash. Sword Rain Alpha. Here I come.
Man, do I not do enough damage for this.
Sword Rain Alpha. Take it. Here I come. Slash. Sword Rain Alpha. This one's all mine. Mission. Ignite. Swallow blade. Try this. Inferno.
Oh, I should not have done that. I forgot that uses health.
Sword Rain Alpha. Take this. Swallow blade. Sword Rain Alpha. Swallow blade. Here I come. Here I come.
Nice work. As soon as I saw you win, I squeezed my hand so tight I crushed this rock. Oh, okay. I was holding it to dust. There's nothing like a good hard fight on these here training grounds, even if it's over before you know it. If I'm not mistaken, that's your first victory here. Well, to celebrate your immense strength, I offer you this special prize. Use it to motivate you to attain even greater heights than before. A sage. We'll worry about that stuff. That's post-game stuff. Make sure that she healed me back up. It'd be really bad if she didn't heal me and I had to run around without knowing I was on the verge of death. Okay, let's do this quest. Curious about what I'm wearing. I bought this myself, if you believe it. Nowadays, we Danans get paid a fair wage for the work we do. It's all thanks to Lord Dohalim. Okay, but who's gonna be the first one to admit y'all are starting to slowly disappear as you get sick? Huh? Did all those people move here? Dad says that people used to have to carry lots of heavy and dangerous stuff. I don't know if I believe that. I can't imagine that kind of stuff ever happening here. Although I also think that Lord Dohalim is my other companion. Guess I'll be finding out soon enough. Hey, guardsman, shouldn't you be working? I don't know what it's like in the realm you come from. Here in Menacia, everything's peaceful. Zero chance of anything bad happening. Well, yeah, thanks to the Lord, life is nice for all of us. Yeah, see? It's more than just us anyway. There's also the guardsman. Nothing's gonna break if I slack off. Nonetheless, the reason the city's so peaceful is because you Renan soldiers are around. All the younger kids idolize you. So don't shatter their illusions, please. You got a silver tongue, mister. Fine. I'll make this drink my last. Your armor rocks, big guy. Let me wear it. Haha, our armor is certainly something even a Danon like you could wear. You just need to grow into it first. I'll work hard to grow big and strong, then. Promise.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danons and Renans getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
No, I've gone everywhere, I believe. Other than the castle. So I guess I'm on my way to the castle?
My dad's working in the quarry today. So's mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Oh, the whisper thing's back. Hold on, let's run around.
Looks like Danons are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
Well, now I can go this way. Whereas I couldn't before. Hey. Ahead is the woods. It's outside of our patrol area, and it's dangerous, so stay away. And then this is the way to the quarry. Across here is the Razum Quarry. You're free to visit. Try not to fall into the grinder. Getting around ground up to bits is no way to go. You're gonna see the giant Earth sphere. So we know that those spheres are made of souls.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That sounds very not... How do I put this? He didn't care. Heck yeah. But you know what they say? Hard work is its own reward. Just gotta find the motivation to work in the first place. Dude, you got a pickaxe there, and you're using that tiny little hammer? Oh, there was these guys that were talking. Hey, this isn't a good spot to be lying down. You might get hurt. Everything okay? Oh, sorry. I just felt a little off all of a sudden and needed to rest. Maybe the air's getting a little stale here. Might not hurt to go outside and breathe some fresh air for a while. I keep a close eye on the workers' health. No, you don't. There's a dude lying on the ground just below you. And any injuries that occur. You have to in order to keep this place safe as possible. I mean, again, there's a man literally laying on the ground right here. Check out my guns. I've been building them up, working with my pickaxe. Impressive, huh? They sure are. I've got a feeling you're going to do well in the training grounds. I wouldn't get too cocky. Your opponents aren't going to just sit still and let you chip at them like those rocks you're used to. Back before Dahalim came, you could never imagine taking a break like this with them other Renans running the place. I know. Now the government bureaucrats give us way more trouble than any soldiers ever did. Haha, you can say that again.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the soldiers are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I don't get it. How can it be like this?
Manipulation. Not saying one person can't make a difference. But the fact that none of these people are suspicious is suspicious. Phew! Nothing like knocking back a stiff drink after a long, sweaty day of back-breaking work. Am I right? They're gonna tell me not to go in here, huh?
Halt!
Oh, it's one of my allies.
I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldemenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldemenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person?
And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim.
I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
And we got a skit. Yeah, the facilities at the back and even the guardsmen aren't allowed to enter. Wonder why.
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a run-in for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renan society is a meritocracy. To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Danans who just accepted Renan rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
I mean, I still could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last dude, Ganabelt, was actually Danon. It just makes more sense. He's able to use light.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
Oh. See, I knew she said her enemy dialogue. That is going to be a dungeon. Unfathomable skit.
I just don't get it. The Danans have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renans all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
No, I'm with her. Yeah, so when I entered the quarry, Shion did her enemy dialogue when you enter a dungeon.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. We're going inside regardless.
And then Law said there were no more signs of enemies. So yeah. Unintentionally giving that away. Oh, I never came up here. Frankly, I was skeptical about coexisting with Danans. You get used to them. Isn't the city so beautifully verdant? Climate is nice, but it's important that we take good care of this place. Lord Dohalim wants the city scenery to remain well preserved. He puts so much consideration into ensuring we lead pleasant lives. And there she is. My livestock has produced food. What, nothing to say? Okay. Aren't you the silverware dude?
Hey,
You again. After we parted ways, an urgent petition from the citizenry came in. Lord Dohalim is currently busy responding to it. As such, I must ask you to wait until he finishes his business. If preparations are complete, I'll lead the way.
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guests, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword... I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the Lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
We got, what's the title called? It doesn't tell me. Skill? Is this title just called Skill? She got a new AG. It's called Loose Cannon. She's the Loose Cannon cop. Okay, Netera. No, we're gonna get that easier over limit, of course. Oh, we can get both. Nice. Yes? If I evade perfectly, I get some AG back? Of course I want that. Didn't she have... Get her things back when she defeats an enemy. What did I want from him? He had something that was easier overload. There we go. All right, so these are my my final two companions, I believe. At least from the cutscene, there was only 6. I believe there's only 6 on the cover.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renin-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renins and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please! It's over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danans, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menencia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
Okay. So again, still trying to figure out which one of these people is going to be the one that betrays me. I mean, in the end, they stay my ally, but there's always a person who betrays you. I'm leaning more towards this guy. Still could be Rinwell. I know it won't be Law. There's just no way they would make Law be the one that betrays you. Okay. Kitchen is locked. Let's go into the office. This dude is probably the one that's secretly doing bad stuff, as he does have a slightly different character model than everyone else. So, Dolahim is being sincere and honest, then this is the person that's actually doing the bad stuff. Hey, isn't my meal ready yet, or what? I'm sorry, we're still fixing it. Great, still waiting on that paperwork I asked for too. I'm terribly sorry. I'll go check on what's happening with that right away. The inn that we have reserved for you is straight down the road once you leave the palace. Do not make His Excellency regret this generosity. You sure this is such a good idea, Sir Kilzelek? Do you not realize that our guests are still here? We'll have this conversation later. Yeah, see... They're not very smart or subtle about hinting that they're going to betray me. It is very obvious. Sorry, can't let anyone into the Lord's chambers without a prior appointment. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Oh, that actually makes sense. And hold that against him. The guard room. Don't mind if I say Rob pork bun recipe? Figured the only books Kisara would have on her shelves would be about combat. But I also found cookbooks, fishing books in her room. Gee, wonder who got her interested in those things. Best offense is a good shield, an illustrated guide to shields. Shield Historia. Whoever owns these books sure likes shields. No, she had some very Leona from League of Legends energy. It's an array of guard weaponry. It appears to be quite well maintained. Okay, by guard room, I thought this was like the guard's quarters. This is just her bedroom. Whatever you all think of him personally, we guardsmen have sworn an oath of loyalty to serve and protect Lord Dohalim. Anyone who attempts to disturb the peace and stability that our Lord has worked so hard to realize shall be met with no mercy. That's a sash. I thought that was a sword. It's like, why is her sword so far curved? It's locked. Staff quarters? I heard that our ancestors used to be able to read and write. We all forgot how to do it. Yep, look at you now, dispensing medicine like a pro. There's nothing I can't learn from reading books. Once I figure out how to write, I started recording what I learned for future reference. I'm so thankful to Lord Dohalim giving me so many wonderful chances to learn and improve myself. We have so much to be grateful for. If it wasn't for Lord Dohalim, we wouldn't be able to live together like this despite being unrelated. Yeah, right. So glad I have you, sis. It feels so warm and soft. Somebody's getting sleepy. I think it's bedtime. It's a selection of books on etiquette. Titles alone make your posture go rigid. Found a hastily scrawled note. Commence commerce with Mohog Sar grows more inscrutable by the day. We send vast quantities of resources, but only receive a pittance of dodgy goods in return. Is his lordship aware of this?
So what is Mahog Sar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
Yep, so Kelzelik is the big bad of this realm.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
You sure are working hard for a young boy your age. That's because my dad collapsed working in the quarry. He's recovering in the medical facility your dad's dead. So I have to take over for him until he gets better. That's real big of you. I should send the young guys who sleep on the job to talk to you. Maybe then they'll take their work seriously. No! Am I leaving? Get the rest of this stuff done. The barracks. What do you think you're doing? Even when you're a guardsman, nobody seriously expects you to sleep in your... Oh, good grief. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, it's your turn to patrol now. Okay. Time to get out there and make Lord Dohalim proud. Taking your guys' floor apple. There's the meeting room, the treasury, and the Lord's quarters. Oh! Wrong turn. Wait, meeting room? This just seems like a room with a bunch of people inside. Just have the Lord's quarters and the treasury left. It's the Lord's private quarters. Okay. That's everything here then, and we're good to go. There's some first floor rooms, so let's check out these first floor rooms. Staff waiting room. Check bookshelves now, because I didn't know bookshelves were a thing. Kitchen.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Y'all just got a Owl King in your kitchen?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
That's a pineapple, not a lemon. I'm happy to report that stray Zoogle hunts are going well. Donan's training appears to be paying off. It's great to hear. Those guys are always so hardworking. Can't believe how much they've managed to learn in just a few short years. Yeah, but I don't see how this contributes to the crown contest. The king doesn't want to do the crown contest. As far as I'm aware. Quests keep coming in from citizens asking that we do something about the Zoogles that keep popping up on the outskirts of town. They must be talking about those strays. Those things have really multiplied over the last couple of centuries. Apparently, it's so bad, they say there are more strays now than Zoogles that are actually under Renin control. Can't hope to exterminate all of them. We should probably at least work to keep them out of the cities and villages. That sounds like a good thing. Library. Whew, time to take a break. It wasn't that long ago that we'd be whipped if we ever stopped to rest. It's amazing just how different things are. Storeroom 1. Heavy treat. storeroom too. A happy bottle.
What's this thing?
It's 800 gold. My God. Come on. Let's go over the outskirts before we go through the little entry area here. Okay, there's 2 people. Don't you think Lord Dohalim's being rather soft on those embeddeds? I'm sure they could be a lot more productive than they currently are. What do you say? I doubt His Excellency would be pleased to hear you say that. Look, all I'm saying is the embeddeds are a valuable resource. I don't think it's wrong to want to get as much out of them as we can. Definitely, a valuable asset we shouldn't be wasting. We shouldn't take for granted what we have. Wow, y'all really ain't hiding nothing. I always find it so soothing to visit this courtyard. As it turns out, it was some of the Danons working for the palace who put it together. They do good work. So some of them are good. Some of them are not.
Whoa! What is this place? The shelves here are filled with books! Not just Renin books either. There are tons of Danon ones too!
Rinwell, I get that you're excited, but we've got more important things to worry about right now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Alright, we'll work our way this way. It's amazing to watch these children grow up. They won't even think twice about who's Renin and who's Danon when they're adults. That's because you're such a great teacher, miss. Look at you. Can't believe you already know how to flatter someone so well. Miss, something I don't get. Me too. Alright. One at a time now, children. Oh, because one of the girls isn't Danon. She's Renin. Jokes unfit for a dinner party. Even Renins enjoy their fair share of lowbrow humor, it seems. Practical astral arts, theories and applications. Oh, she can't take a book. A chronology of the crown contests. Swordsmanship book, the slashed cover. Will the reader get mad at the book or use it in a fight? An introduction to the government of Linigus. Joys of fine liquor. Compendium of Manassian breweries. The Fashionistas Guide to Linigus Attire and Armor. These are thick astral energy research tomes. So hard to read, they can put you to sleep. They're books about the art of torture. What are these black splotches on the cover? Working slaves to the bone while maintaining productivity. (2,451 days left. 2,450 days left. It's a diary of a Renin who counted down the days to the crown contest. I hate to bother you. Would it be possible for you to help with my studies? That'd meant a lot if you did. Why, certainly. I'm more than happy to help with Lord Dohalim's efforts to spread education to the underprivileged. For all, a more educated populace makes for a richer realm in more ways than one, and that includes the Daemons. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make the most of this opportunity Lord Dohalim has given us. While I robbed them instead. Got an omelet recipe. So now it's just going up and down these aisles. Curios and you, finding gems in the rough. Couldn't just say finding diamonds in the rough. Astral Arts for winners! Your surefire guide to claiming a lordship. Watching them work so hard makes me want to step in and lend a hand. Why do I feel so sad all of a sudden now? That Renin gentleman keeps looking at me for some reason. He must think I'm doing a poor job. It's packed with Renin literature. For some reason, they're all written in Danon. Because the Danon were slaves, and obviously Renins forced them to write the books. Illustrated Guide to Zoogles, Raising and Breeding. On Danon Customs. That's the last book. I believe we're now done with the castle. The palace, sorry, it's not a castle. It's a palace. I feel like we're about to get into some big stuff next, so we'll just stop it there.